Hello.
Hey, hello, Danny. Hey, hey,
Hello,
how
how
are
are you?
you? Nice to talk with you. So
Nice to see you too.
I have Danny today on the phone. Yeah, UK. Please, Danny, tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Shrewsbury in the UK. I've kind of lived around the UK the last couple of years because I kind of tour, so I jump around. But yeah, I'm from Shrewsbury, where I am now in my
Well,
home.
very good, very good. And the story of you is you're coming back now from HSCT Moscow. Huh?
Yes.
You was in Moscow, and I have also Dr. Fedorenko on the YouTube channel. So uh, I'm very happy to talk with you about Moscow. And please, Danny, tell me about your experience. What was your story?
Um, so I was diagnosed 3 years ago now. I kind of got diagnosed quite quickly, which I suppose is quite rare. I can be quite aggressive with doctors. When I know something is wrong, I get on it. And I was at work, had blurry eyes, felt quite ill, knew that something wasn't right. I normally get migraines, um, but it was different. And my manager was fantastic and said, just go get it checked out. So I took the week off work. I went to about 5 different hospitals in Bristol. Well, so not just in Bristol, but up and down the country before they put me in an MRI. But I knew that there was something really wrong and that it was in my brain. Um, and luckily that week, I got a phone call saying, come for an MRI. Um, and I got the results. Didn't quite know what to think. I was like, oh, okay, so I'm not dying. Is that good? Like, I don't know. It sounds really weird, but I didn't know. So,
Yeah.
but then I started to research more about it, and I kind of got nervous. And as you do when nobody really explains these things to you, I scared myself, and I started looking at things. And I suppose started looking at HSCT then, like all the way back. I didn't really know the details of it or anything like that, so it was something that was in the background. I started Kesimpta.
But sorry again, I didn't understand. You find out before you get the diagnose, and then was the HACT. How do you find out about the HACT?
I think so. I started researching HSCT when I was kind of diagnosed. So they kind of gave me a load of leaflets. I don't know how this actually works in other places in the world, but
Hmm.
um, yeah, they gave me a load of leaflets and went, go away, have a look at it. As soon as I got my scan result, and it was quite lucky, really. So I didn't have to have a lumbar puncture or anything like that. They
Hmm.
did it off of my MRI, and I think it's called, is it the McDonald criteria? How they diagnose. So I knew very, very quickly. Um, but I think they could see by the areas on my brain. And I was terrified of lumbar punctures, so I wasn't upset about that. But yeah, so I found out very quickly that I was diagnosed with that. And so, me being quite a paranoid person, with all of these leaflets, that I was like, there's got to be something else. There's got to be, um, I'm going to spend the rest of my life injecting myself in my leg, or taking tablets, or what what does that mean? And so I started looking into HSCT then, more, and I didn't know that I was going to do it then, but it was just, like I say, it was in the background, and it was something that I kind of kept an eye on and that I thought about. Um, it was only a couple of years later that I really started to struggle on Kesimpta. Um, I was getting a lot of infections, and I wasn't feeling well. Um, and that's not for everyone. I'm sure it is fantastic. It's just for me. I was really struggling on it, and yeah, so I kind of really had been putting a little bit of money away from work, and I kind of decided to go for it, to try and see if I could get rid of it, not rid of it, but make things more manageable. But yeah, it was hard because my neurologists didn't agree with it.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah. What was your neurologist say? Yeah? What did he say?
They thought it was really dangerous. They thought they I went through 3 different neurologists.
3.
Yeah, by the time that I was with the one I'm with now, because I didn't like how dismissive they were of it, and also a little bit dismissive of my symptoms. I kind of said to the neurologist, I'd really love to do this in the UK, so I can feel a little bit more, I suppose, safe at home, because we do it. We do it in this country, and I just don't qualify for the what's the word? The criteria. So.
But is UK is popular as the HACT or
Yeah, I mean it's I think it's getting more and more popular. We've just done the STAR MS trials in the UK, which does concentrate on HSCT. That I think that compares it with a DMT, to see which one's more effective. I'm not 100% sure on the details of that, so don't take what I'm saying. But
no,
the results of that are coming out, I think, in 2027. But from everything I'm hearing, we're getting it more and more. I know that Bristol is starting to try and have more move a bit more HSCT down there. I think they do it in Sheffield, but I didn't qualify for any of that. So yeah, I kind of was like, right, well, I've got to spend this money then, haven't I? So I took all my savings and went to Russia.
wow, yeah, yeah, wonderful. Also wonderful. But what I like to know is maybe also the viewer now from this video. Please share this video and subscribe to the channel. There will come more and more videos will come. But the days you say, okay, I'm not qualified for this HACT in UK, but this was also mine. I'm now 55 years old. At the time I did the HACT, I was 53, and in Germany they say, hey, Matthias, you are too old for this. But what was your decision? You maybe the neurologist says, "Hey, take this DMTs," but you don't agree with the DMTs, or you was 100% clear you would like to have the HACT.
I think a bit of both. I like I say, I was feeling really ill, not ill, but I was touring, so I was jumping up around the country, and I was going to these different theatres, and I remember this one day where I was walking up the steps. This was in Manchester Opera House, which is a beautiful theatre in Manchester, UK. And I was walking up to the top level to put up some lights, and I just all of a sudden just felt knackered and tired and just out of it. And I'd been catching things, and you're touring with 60 people at a time, so you're catching all of their illnesses. But then I kind of thought, I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is the DMT, or if this is me, or what is this? And I mean, this is a little bit hard to kind of explain, but I was working on the follow spots, which are the big moving lights that you have at the back of the theatre. If you don't know, and I was spotting wicked at the time, and I was slowly started to lose my eyesight. So this was over about 2 weeks. And me having migraines, I was like, oh, it's just a really long migraine, right? And then I kept spotting and spotting. So every day I'd go up to that little spot and I'd be pointing it at the Galinda or Alphabet, and they were starting to get more and more out of focus and not right. And I was thinking, something's really wrong here. And I was taking Kesimpta at the time, so I was like, oh, it can't be MS. It's got to be my migraines. And so I ended up going home to. I was like, I need to go home. I've just realised like I had something wrong, and they gave me steroids. It was great. It kind of sorted it out. But I went and I said, well, I've relapsed on this, so does that not mean that I qualify? Because the guidelines in the UK are if you don't do well on the higher, more intensive treatments, then maybe then you qualify. And obviously, I'm not a doctor; I don't know the details of it. But he was this is a lady who was like, no, and admittedly, we didn't really talk a whole lot. I tried to really kind of push that I wanted to go for it, but I was also very nervous and very like, I don't know what's going on with my body. And it was always seen as very, very, or the view I got was that it was just an absolute barrier and I didn't qualify, and there was all these problems, and I couldn't get them to agree. And after swapping neurologists, I still couldn't. And so I'm with the neurologist I'm with now. It took a long time to kind of get to the point where I was kind of able to kind of be with him. And he's fantastic. Didn't really agree with it either, but doesn't think it's horrific. So it meant that it was good because at this point I'd kind of moved towards being with him probably about a month before I needed to go to Russia. So it was quite luckily that I had somebody who wasn't completely dismissive right as I needed to go. So yeah, it was a bit of a journey, but got there in the end.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. And please tell us what was the process? Huh? So you get to inform, then you get on the phone. You was on the phone. You called Russia, and why Russia? Why not Mexico? Why not US?
Well, I mean, not the US because I can't afford that. That's a lot more expensive for me. So I kind of had my budget was about 50 grand around there. UK, so British pounds. That was my whole savings. And I kind of looked at Mexico and Russia, and there's a charity called AIMS who I think are fantastic, and they kind of help people in the UK or abroad. Kind of, it gives people the information that they need to be able to do HSCT if they want to, and know that it is an option. And I love them. I think they're great. And
this is Anna, no? Anna is on AIM, right? Anna Moscow, or so.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I don't really know the individual people very well. I would like to, but yeah, I kind of heard a little bit about them, and they on their website. And please do have a look at this. Fantastic. It has one of the conferences that they did where they invited all of the people who do these things in
we will put this this website under this video on my YouTube channel. You will send me please the link from the.
Absolutely.
And although for all people who see this, all the links comes under the video. Please help to share also to the rest of the community from the mess. So I think HSCT must be the first option for the treatment. This must be offered to all the MS suffer people, right? This
Yeah.
they must decide. Huh? This is, yeah. There's a new study in the Facebook that HACT is very effective treatment. Huh? But now back to you. Sorry. Yeah. What was the first step for you to get in touch with Moscow?
So yeah, so I'd looked at these conferences, I'd kind of seen the videos of different doctors talking, and I just was instantly like, I mean, they're both amazing, but I kind of thought I had a lot of faith kind of looking at that video thinking, okay, they're two fantastic options. You know, it's not just Mexico because a lot of people go to Mexico and you hear so much. And it kind of made me think about Russia a bit more. And so sorry, I've got dogs. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. I'm kicking off. Um, so I wrote an email to Anastasia, which is the first contact for me. It was quite hard to phone, really. Um, I think I don't know why. I have problems phoning outside of the UK unless it's on WhatsApp or anything. So instead, I emailed, and that was really good because it meant I could put everything down. You can put all your details and kind of apply through their website, which is the AHSCT Russia website. I think they had two different names for the website or different links, but I went through Ames to figure out that it was the right one, just confirm everything. And they wrote back. I'd given them my MRIs and things that I'd kind of had to push my hospital for. And they were like, yeah, we'd love to help you. So it was all through email, really, for me. But yeah, they were fantastic. And the more I emailed, the more information I got as well. And I just really built my confidence as somebody who, you know, going abroad for a treatment is quite a big thing. So yeah, and they're a lot closer to the UK. Actually, they're a lot. It's a lot easier to fly to Russia, surprisingly, than it is to Mexico. So yeah, I had a lot of faith in them just from that watching Dr. Fedorenko talk. He is incredible, and yeah, I just had a feeling really that that was kind of where I needed to go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then comes the day. Okay, jump into the plane. Let's go to Moscow. What was the border? Is there something what is difficult to how is this procedure in Moscow?
Um,
You need a visa or something?
yeah, so we had to go to, I think I can't remember what it was called. It was a visa centre in London. You apply, you send the I think the hospital give you the information to book in with this centre in London to be able to go and give in paperwork. So the hospital will send you all the paperwork that you need. You
Okay.
fill it out, you sort it, and then they'll give you the link to be able to book in with the centre and go and give that in. And if you're successful, they then send your visa to you in the post with your passport. So, which was a little bit awkward because I'd done like an impromptu holiday in Amsterdam for a few days, and I didn't realize they were going to post me my passport. So I was like, oh no, I've got that like 2 day holiday that I forgot about, but it got there in time, so it's fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
um,
Great. Yeah.
But I was very, very, very nervous. I was very nervous. We had a lot of cancer in my family, so we've had a lot of people have chemotherapy, and it's something that I'm really scared of. So having it away from my family and knowing that my family who are all a military family and who didn't try and get a visa because it probably wasn't going to happen. You know, the fact that they weren't going to be there was quite nerve-wracking. I was going on my own. But as soon, like even on the plane, I was shaking. I was it was horrible.
I
Uh,
can imagine. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it wasn't very nice. But as soon as I got there into Russia, um, they told me there'll be somebody to meet you at the airport. So you're not going through anything on your own. You're not going through customs on your own. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Just look out for our guy. And I came through this little corridor of the flight, and there was the guy with the sign, and I was like, oh, thank God, I know somebody. And I walked straight up to him, and everything was sorted, and it was fantastic, and it was just absolutely first class. The care. Um, as soon as we actually got to the hospital, I saw Anastasia, gave her a massive hug, and she was all lit up and happy, and it is so lovely, and the care is just absolutely out of this world. Not just from the hospital, everyone, and it was the nurses, the doctors, just are incredible, like really incredible. I mean, yeah, I was blown away by everything, and I really didn't want to go home at the end of it. I was like, I want to stay in Russia. Just have me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic. From that moment of getting off the plane, nerves went, and I think that's something I'd really love people to know is that it it really is it. For me, that was the time where it just kind of completely changed. The nerves all disappeared. Yeah, you don't have to be as nervous as that.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. But now the stem cells and the process was first class medicine, right? With Dr. Fedorenko and Anastasia. This is we have some informations also in the videos, yeah, by Teresa. Yeah. Happy Teresa, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who are willing to do an interview about the HACT. So we must more and more clear up. Please, for everyone who sees this, I'm searching for interview partners. Yeah? So to tell the stories. Then this is, but the process was very good. What's about the food in Moscow?
I have so many photos of the food. You know what, because I used to work with cameras, I get really excited and I just film everything. And I do in my own life when I'm in the UK. I just get a little bit carried away taking photos and all sorts. So I've got loads of photos of the food. I really liked it. I mean, but then I say that I can't cook, so I don't know where. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was all right, and I think I think when you're there, um, you're not thinking about the food. For me, um, I mean, I was lucky that I mean, they have fantastic anti-sickness medicine and all sorts of things like that. So it didn't make me feel you know, like not eating food, having all of the chemo and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the food was fine for me. I really liked it. But then, you know, it's not long ago that I was a student and kind of living off meal deals and all sorts of.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Don't
Well,
know if I'm the right person to
the
say.
food is not the main thing, but yeah, in Mexico we have a nice restaurant in the core building. This is not in a hospital. You are not the whole time in a hospital. You are in a core COR, Center of Outpatient Residence building with a restaurant and with a rooftop terrace, and this is very nice. This is very nice, and the food is incredibly good. Yeah, but doing the chemo, this is also. Oof.
Yeah.
What was the treatment for you?
Um, you know what? It's really weird because at the time, I found it really easy. Um, I think because I really wanted that treatment and I'd really fought for it in the UK and I didn't get it. That when I was having it in Russia, I was just like, yeah, let's do it, let's do it. I didn't really think about, you know,
Yeah,
it didn't feel hard for me. Uh,
yeah.
you know, the nurses coming in and taking your blood every day, or in Russia, there's a time when they'll do it in the mornings. They'll come in and they'll give you injections in the middle of the night and stuff sometimes for I think it's can't remember 11 p.m. and 3 p.m. to kind of stimulate your stem cells.
Mm.
Um, like not one bit of that process felt difficult for me, and I don't know whether that's because I was so, oh my god, I'm finally here, I'm finally having this treatment that I really want and I really need, and or if it was because it was made so easy by how fantastic Russia was, and the team, and um, I'm not sure, but yeah, it went so smoothly. Even the chemo for me, I didn't feel sick. I know that other people felt off and a little bit like they didn't really want to eat, and so, but that they dealt with that. I
Mm.
just didn't have that myself. It just felt
Mm.
weirdly easy for me. But yeah, that's probably how fantastic all the drugs were.
Yeah,
I don't know. So yeah, it all the way up till the end. I think that I almost felt like, oh, this isn't like, are they even giving me anything? And then my hair started to fall out, and I was like, oh, okay, here they are. So yeah,
yeah.
it didn't
Yeah,
leave me too.
I saw a picture. Oh, by the hair. So for all, this is my typical look. Yeah, this is uh, till my army time in the 20s. I have this haircut, so I find it quite easy. But I'm sure that for the women, and I saw you before, you have long hair. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but it comes back. Hair comes back, and MS stays away. So this is a deal. And
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, you put like temporary tattoos on your head. You can put like rhinestones. Do all sorts of stuff. I mean, I'm not. To be honest with you, this has not been the hardest bit for me at all. It is so worth it. However the treatment turns out, I know that this will be worth it either way. It's it's not that important. It's important to you at the time.
yeah.
And it makes showers so much faster. You can jump in, you can jump out.
It's super. This is absolutely super.
Yeah,
So, how you feel today? You are now post HACT 5 weeks.
yeah.
How are you feel today? What is are you feel great? Are you feel
Um, I don't quite know. I've had kind of ups and downs of things, but I mean, it hasn't helped that it's so hot right now. Uh,
mm,
I think since I first got back, even in Russia, I started to get really, really tired, and that tiredness hasn't quite gone yet. And my hematologist, obviously, I don't obviously get your own kind of information on that kind of stuff, but uh,
mm,
my hematologist said that that's kind of normal, and your bloods are going up and down, and everything's, your body's still in fight or flight mode, so you're that's kind of normal to be quite tired. So even up till today, I'm still very tired. But that's just me. I kind of I'm trying to just stay nice and chilled, really, and take things slow. I, I don't know if this is just me. So I got horrific migraines from the chemo. Um, I'm pretty certain it was the chemo as soon as I kind of started it. Um, and I remember Dr. Fedorenko saying it can happen sometimes. My doctors in the UK said it can happen sometimes. And I've had migraines all my life, but these were horrible and every single day. Um, and they started in Russia, and they're only just starting to go now. Um, again, I don't know how normal that is, or if that's just how my brain works. But yeah, it's been quite difficult with the migraines. But I know that some people do get headaches and things. But yeah, mine was pretty bad. But I get a lot of sensory issues with my migraines. So my eyes will go. So it almost kind of tricks you into thinking, for me, that you're having a relapse. So I've had a 5 weeks of being a little bit like, oh, hang on, no, this is okay. Yes, no, oh, it's a migraine. So yeah, now they're starting to go. I haven't had one now for probably about 5 days. So
Mm.
that's the best it's been. So hopefully that means that I'm slowly kind of coming off of all that kind of stuff, and the steroids and the everything. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be very, very fine. So I'm now post 2 years after HACT, and yeah, this is wonderful. The improvements are incredible good, and sure, we would like to have everything. We would like to be normal again. Maybe it's a little part rest, yeah. So, but hey, we are not sitting in the wheelchair. You are not sitting in the wheelchair, right? You are.
no, um,
Your EDSS is
um,
what
on
do
my,
you think?
I never had anyone. Again, I feel like they should have done this. I never had anyone really. When I say them, I mean my doctors in the UK. I never had anyone speak to me about this before I went to Russia. Um, I Russia were fantastic because they kind of sat down and they really kind of showed me what was going on with my brain.
Mm.
I knew all of this stuff that was happening, but nobody in the UK ever kind of explained this to me. And I don't come on here to absolutely slaughter my doctors. That's not what I'm trying to do. But
Yeah.
I didn't get any kind of information on this. I knew what it was. I just didn't know what mine was. Um, and Russia, what they did is in the first week they take you into the office and they sit you down and they show you your results, because they have a really intense testing period where they kind of go over all of the things to make sure that your body's okay to have the treatment. And one of them was my MRI, and it was I had a lot more lesions on my brain than had ever been said to me in the UK. They said I had probably like 3 or 4 in the UK. And then on my MRI in Russia, I had 15. So it was a bit odd. And on my paperwork, my I'm so dyslexic, I can never
Yeah.
say, was 2. So it was good because it gave me a lot more of an idea of where I was with things.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm very happy for you. I'm very, very happy for you, Danny. I'm very happy.
Thank
So,
you.
ah, the best idea is to have another interview, maybe in 1 year period. Yeah. Yeah. Let
See
us.
what my hair looks like.
No. I said, it looks very good. You looks very good. Yeah.
It needs some LED strip or something. I'll do something fun. Make some kind of hat. Thank you.
Yeah. What last question? What do you think? What does the MS people, suffer MS people, need to know about your journey?
I think
What do you like to tell?
one, don't. I think there's 2 things. One, have faith in what you're feeling yourself. If you think there's something wrong and that something's not right, and a doctor says you're fine, act on your instinct, because you know yourself best. And sometimes that is actually just saying no to a doctor and saying, hang on a minute, I'm not happy, I want a second opinion, or I want a different doctor, or I want a different neurologist, or whatever. That doesn't mean agreeing with you on everything, and obviously be reasonable, but yeah, if you think there's something not being taken seriously, you have to kind of act on that yourself, because you're responsible for yourself. And number 2 would be how fantastic Russia is. I can only say I think they're fantastic. I love them. I love Dr. Fedorenko. I love Anastasia. The chocolate's fantastic. Yeah, I can only say good things.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my.
yeah, yeah. The interview with Dr. Vlerenko was amazing with anesthesia. I cannot. Yeah, I would like to go to Moscow, but it's not allowed for me at the wartime now. So I must wait a little bit. Dr. Fedorenko gave me an invitation to have a little shot of vodka. So anyway, but maybe we have the possibility to meet with a group. Yeah, we are in Germany. We have a group of 65 now or 68, and
Wow.
are you connected with your group in UK who have the HSCT?
No, I'm not really. I'm on a few Facebook groups and they've been fantastic. I know Teresa's on it as well. So but yeah, I don't quite know. I think I felt very kind of on my own with things apart from that. So I mean that would be amazing. I'd have to I'd do some research onto to that because yeah, it would be lovely to kind of not just talk to people through a screen or when you're actually having the procedure with them.
Yeah,
That would be fantastic.
yeah, yeah. I write a book at the moment, Reborn: The K Questions of Life. It will be published in the next, I guess, 2 months, 3 months. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah, yeah. Looking forward to see all the HACP people. Maybe it's a possibility. We will see. We will see.
I'll have to read it.
Yeah, yeah.
Send it over.
100%. So please subscribe this channel, then you will get all the informations. No,
I
my
will do.
I okay, Danny, I will say thank you for the moment. It
Thank you.
so wonderful to talk with you, and to all the HSCT people around the world. Please get in contact, and we will see. We must clear up more and more and more. Yeah, you will find the Dr. Bird on interview on this channel, although Dr. Fedorenko, Dr. Ruiz, this is the three most parts. Some more videos will come with mental trainers, doctors. Also, have you heard about LSD and brain improvements? Have you heard about?
LSD.
Yeah.
No, but I know a little bit about LSD, but no, I haven't. I haven't. Not in that context.
I must find out. I must find out everything. I would like to have all the doctors around the world on this channel to inform everybody. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this was yesterday, so it's not checked with me, but we will see. So,
I'd love to know the results. So, oh,
oh,
I don't know if it's because you've said that or because it's very very hot in the UK, but I got a little bit hot then.
okay, Danny, hold the line at the moment. Thank you. Hold the line.
Thank you.